Good afternoon. John, going to play a little Immaculate Grid. I've been incorporating some gimmicks into the equation. I've got this pack here, or the box of baseball cards from 1990 Donruss. I've been opening them as I've been playing and seeing if I could match any players. So far, not a lot of luck with that. I've also started seeing if I could make lineups. I might do that, but of course, if there's a pitching category, then you can't really make a lineup because you can only have one pitcher. So I'm going to play grid number 205, which is my last catch-up grid. This is Friday the 27th. So I'm just getting caught up on some of the grids I missed while my son was off being born. So let's start sharing. Let's get into it. And by the way, just thank you for all the well wishes. My wife and I really appreciate all the comments. I mean, I've told her about some of them, but very much appreciated. Anyway, I'm not going to hit refresh because this is today's grid. I'm going to go here and play now. 2,000 career strikeouts. Okay. We're going to match the 2,000 strikeouts along with Cubs and Royals to the Tigers, White Sox, and Angels. Um, so I'm not going to make a lineup, obviously, but I could open a pack. Let's open a pack. Let's see if this is any more successful. Donruss 1990, year after I was born. I'm just gonna stop sharing for a second while I open this pack up. Not doing it smoothly. Ooh, we got John Smiley. He's appeared. He's a Donruss King. That's a couple years before he became a 20 game winner. I don't know if he had 2,000 strikeouts though. This is a Donruss King card of sticky Donruss of John Smiley. Donruss always used to do the Diamond Kings. Might be kind of blurry there. Sorry. You're getting what you get. Other than that, we've got our Carl Yastrzemski puzzle card. Ooh, this is a good one. Joey Bell. Joey Bell. Albert parentheses Joey Bell. That's what it says on the back there. Got Greg Hibbard here. Sorry. There we go. Ooh, this might work. I have to remember what the grids were, but this will certainly work, I think. Cubs or Rangers great Jamie Moyer. Yeah. Got great closer here, Brian Harvey for the Angels. He'll work for like Angels, Marlins, but not probably not gonna help us today. Rex Hudler. Never heard of this guy, but apparently he played for the Yankees and Orioles as well as the Expos. Mike Galigo, Oakland Athletics great. Steve Farr. That's a good look. He looks thrilled to be in that picture. Brad Kaminsk. Never heard of this guy before. There he is. Very much a stage photograph. Rich Gedman. Jody Reed. Bob Guerin. Jose Alvarez. Dave Magadan. Greg Olson will work for the Diamondbacks and Orioles. He wins Rookie of the Year. I think that yeah, it even said in the comments, AL Rookie of the Year 1989. And we got Ken Patterson, and then we're back to Joey Bell, or Albert Bell, as he was known. All the rest of his career. Is this a rookie card actually? Nah, too many at bats, too many plate appearances. Let's get into it. Let's see if any of these guys will work. I think Moyer might work, but we'll see. Um, Actually, I don't think Moyer is going to work because he didn't play for any of these teams on the left-hand side there. Let's see. Is there any? Certainly not going to work Albert Bell in. Yeah, and I'm not so sure about Greg Hibbard. All right. Well, let's work with what we've got then. This might be a category we end up abandoning. Let's see. Royals and Tigers. Dean Palmer works for this one. So does Matt Stairs. Um, Kansas City and Chicago. Roberto Hernandez is a good pick there. Let's see, Kansas City and Anaheim. Wally Joyner comes to mind. Kevin Appier will work, but Appier is going to be popular just because it's Kansas City. Joyner, I'm not sure how well he'll do with these two teams. He played with both though for a little while. Oh, let's see. We've got Chicago matching up with Detroit. I've struggled with this, and who did I go with? Went with Germany Schaefer. So I've played Schaefer before, but I've never played him with Chicago and Detroit. And I came across him just because I was struggling. Like I knew Javi Baez, but I knew that was going to be big. And Javi Baez got like over 50%. And there's not a lot of obvious picks. There's like Willie Hernandez is in there. I think Randall Simon was another player I remembered, but Matt Stairs will also work. But I came across this guy and he works for a bunch of teams. Germany Schaefer goes 0.05%. Let's see, Cubs and White Sox. I know Jason Beret works. Sammy Sosa works. Beret's always good for usually good for less than 1%. Yeah, he goes 0.2. And then Cubs and Angels share the name Wrigley Field. It's the first home of the Los Angeles Angels was LA Wrigley Field before they moved into the Big A. Let's see who else though. What are some other overlaps of that one might be a tricky one. I'm trying to think who I would even go with there. Might have to do the thing where I dance around the horn a little bit and try to come up with someone better. For let's see, Tigers and Angels, Frank Tanana will work for both of these. I think he was better known with the Angels, so I'm gonna do him with the Tigers. He goes 2%. All right. Let's see. I'm not sure if like Weaver will work. Maybe Don Sutton, he'll certainly work. Um, Chuck Finley will probably work. I'm quite sure Mark Langston will work. But I gotta believe Kevin Appier will work. Zach Greinke will certainly work. Greinke is usually a pretty popular one. Greinke also works down here. Like 2000 isn't as well known there. Like I don't know off the top of my head if like John Lackey's gonna work. He might, but how long did Appier go for? Just want to make sure I have the scope of his career. Let's try him out. Nah, he doesn't work. Appier had a bunch of strikeouts, I thought. All right. Well, he will work over here, but bummer. All right. Let's go with I guess let's go with will Langston work? There we go. 4%. All right. Well, let's see how Matt Stairs does. 4%. Wow, he barely played for the Tigers, but a lot of people are onto the fact that Matt Stairs played everywhere. 2000 strikeouts for the White Sox. Um, did Early Wynn get there? I'm not sure. What about Wilbur Wood? Also not sure on that one. Jim Katt, I think briefly played for the White Sox. Maybe that wasn't even that brief, but I think he did play there. Uh, oh, I don't know. Burley probably will work. Bartolo Colon did appear in Chicago for a season, but everyone loves Big Sexy. Hmm. Very much surprised me if Win wouldn't work. There we go. 5% though. I guess I'm just gonna ride this one out. Oh, but who do I go with? Like, I have to at least be able to come up with a name for Angels and Cubs. I guess I could go Apier over here, or Joyner. But man, Angels and Cubs. Like a lot of the usual stuff, like Henderson works for the Angels, but not the Cubs. Lofton works for the Cubs, but not the Angels. Sanders doesn't work for either team. Gant doesn't work for either team. A lot of guys who bounced around quite a bit. Milton Bradley, did he ever play for the Angels? I know he played for the Cubs. Um, I'm not thinking of anyone. Man, I don't think it's even me being sleep deprived. Kid actually gave me some sleep last night. I think I'm just really struggling with this category in particular. So if I hadn't struck out on Kevin Apier having 2,000 strikeouts, I would have probably botched on this one. Let's see. We could go around the horn. Like Grayson Sosa didn't play there. Lance Johnson, I don't think ever played for the Angels. Henry Rodriguez, I don't think ever played for the Angels. Here's one. How about Gary Gaetti? He'll work. Let's see how well Gary Gaetti does. And I guess I would have gone with Joyner in the bottom there. Gaetti gets 1%. John Lackey. I mentioned John Lackey, but not for that category. Um, is Moustakas in Anaheim? I didn't know that. Or, LA of Anaheim. So how much? So these grids are only getting a little over 100,000. That's a kind of a bummer. But they were getting north of 2 for a while there. Hope it's not declining too hard in popularity. Baez remains the most popular for Chicago and Detroit. Kansas City and Detroit gave people a lot of trouble. Damon was the highest. And then, so that's why Matt Stairs is so high, because most people didn't even get it right. Curious how Dean Palmer does on that. That was the other name I could have gotten. All right, well, another one. Like I said, I'm not batting much higher than 50% for these grids over the last couple weeks here, but loving the new categories. Makes you really think, like, who's the kind of player who would work? And actually, let's go just because I want to see how far off was I on. I already have StatHead. Kevin Apier. I was 6 strikeouts away, or rather, Kevin Apier was 6 strikeouts away from working here. He makes a return to the Royals in 2004, but only makes it, I guess, 2003. Only makes it a couple starts. Bummer. Yeah, he was striking out over 200 people for a while there. I guess just the one season, but has a big year in 93. I think that's like a 9 WAR season. Yeah, 9.3. People forget how good Kevin Apier was. 6 strikeouts away. The Royals weren't winning anything in 04. They couldn't let Apier hang out for a few more starts and get to 6 strikeouts. 6 more strikeouts. Oh well. Okay, well, thanks a lot for playing. And once again, appreciate all the comments. This episode is once again brought to you by my book, Baseball is Most Fun for Volleys, and the link will be in the description. Thanks a lot, everybody, for playing, and I'll be back at tomorrow. Peace.